In this video, we're going to finish up on that last critical lens that I was unable to fit in the last video. So if you haven't written down, these are the typical questions that Marxist theorists ask when they're interpreting a piece of literature. And the last critical lens is critical race theory. And the critical race theory is, instead of looking at the class structures, we're looking at racial structures and racial identities. Um, the really important thing about this particular lens is that it's not really only focused on the characters of the text. Instead, it's kind of looking at how the socio-cultural forces shape how people perceive, experience, and respond to racism. So there are a bunch of terms to know when you're trying to talk about this particular critical lens. Knowing things like white privilege, microaggressions, institutionalized racism, social construction, intersectionality, and anti-essentialism. Those are the terms that will help you better understand how critical race theorists consider not just the characters, but authors and readers as they are responding to the text as well. And last but not least, these are the questions that guide critical race theorists, looking at the significance of race and racial identities within the text and without the text, and looking at racism as a concern for characters within the text and for the author as well, and for readers when they're responding to the text, and how the texts reflect the experiences of victims of racism, or addressing cultural representation and diversity, whether it accurately portrays experiences of people of different races. And that is it. I hope you you're able to fill out your entire chart, and that you are ready for the quiz um, in your next class and on Monday's class.